Chicken in the oven. It's exactly what it sounds like. And I love this dish because it is so simple or so complex. You can make it however you want and it always turns out great. My version has juicy chicken, crispy skin, a rich lemony sauce. You can pour right on top of that chicken, mop it up with some bread, soak it into the potatoes. Guys, it is so good and so easy. You throw this into one pan, put it in the oven, and just let it do its thing. So to start, here I'm using some chicken leg quarters. That's just the thigh attached to the drum, bone in, skin on. I think it gives great flavor, roasts up really nice in the oven, and honestly, I think it's just a great portion size. And you'll see what I'm doing here is separating the skin from the meat to create a little pocket. And I know it's disturbing, you're disturbed, I'm disturbed, we're all disturbed, but we're gonna get through this together because this lets you put butter under the skin, and butter is better. I'm using 2 pieces per chicken leg quarter, and this will do 2 things. It lets the butter melt into the meat and keep it nice and juicy in the oven, and it also helps that skin get nice and crispy from underneath. So definitely worth it. Please do this.
Soaps and related compounds, due to their detergent properties, are also effective in the mechanical cleansing of hands.
Safety first.
And once you've mechanically cleansed your hands, hit both sides of the chicken with some olive oil, some salt, some pepper, and God's gift to this earth, adobo. And you can go pretty light in the seasoning at this point because we're about to hit this with the spice blend with our friend Phil, baby. You guys know Phil, right? Whoa! Anyway, after we've recovered here, you're going to want to make your spice blend. Here's some Aleppo pepper, chili flake would work fine, then some garlic powder, some dried basil, some onion powder, some dried rosemary, some lemon pepper, and both dried sage and oregano that I actually grew on the balcony of my apartment last year. Fun fact. If you want, you can get fancy like me and grind it up in a mortar and pestle just to ensure even coverage. And season both sides of the chicken liberally. I'm talking really pack it on there. We're not afraid of flavor for this dish, and we're really looking for a big punch. If you need to, also feel free to sort of just press that in to make sure it sticks.
Cleansing of hands.
Safety first.
After you've cleansed, definitely hit this with some paprika. I love the mild smoky sweetness this gives, and it also just really helps that skin look nice and brown. Next, we're gonna get our sides ready, our potatoes and our onions. So I'm just peeling the potato here. You can see I'm doing a pretty rough job of cutting it too. A little bit of peel on the potato. I mean, don't be afraid of that, guys. I mean, you know, dirt's good for you, but right? I guess, at least that's what Mom used to say. But yeah, pretty rough chop on these veggies. I mean, this is a rustic dish. It's all gonna cook down beautifully in the oven. After that, you're just gonna wanna grab a couple cloves of garlic, and we're gonna put that in your favorite garlic torture device. This one's actually older than me, and it still works like a champ. So give that a squeeze. Decapitate your garlic, and then you're gonna bless this with some olive oil, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little more dried rosemary for good measure, because I mean, potatoes and rosemary, you can't miss, guys. And we're also gonna throw in the rest of that spice mix from the chicken. Take your sheet pan, hit it with some olive oil. You can be pretty liberal with it if you want.
Westbrook for the mid. Oh my God.
And once you've balled out, give it a little mix, and then you're gonna start rolling your lemon. Give it a gentle massage. Put on some smooth operator. Pour a glass of wine. Light some so you're gonna chuck some pieces of lemon into the pan. And after you do that, go ahead and place your chicken in and give it a little bit of breathing room, but it's okay if it's touching or sitting on top of the veggies. It's all gonna be great.
Safety first.
God, I really hope that's the last we see of him. Anyway, if you have time, throw in some time. Oh, God. Anyway, also go ahead and squeeze in the juice of about half a lemon. Or, in my case, all over the camera, the table, and the floor. Then go ahead and preheat your oven to 380 degrees. Yes, I know that's a strange number, but just from my experience, that's what I found really helps that chicken and the veggies kind of come up and be done at the same time. Let that go for about 40 minutes or so, 45 minutes. Pull it out, and now we're gonna add our last veggie to the mix. You guessed it, or maybe not, frozen peas. Love frozen peas. You never need to go fresh peas. Frozen peas are the best thing in the world. Except for that one. And we're gonna throw this in for another 5 to 10 minutes at the same temperature and just let those peas cook through and make sure that the chicken and the veggies are all done. Here I have some crusty sourdough rye bread. Always love that, just mop up the sauce, so go ahead and throw that in. For the last 5 to 10 minutes of this, we're just gonna broil this on low. I'd really recommend just 5 minutes, and keep an eye on it. It can burn pretty fast. After you burned your hands and yeeted that bread into the next week, go ahead and take out your chicken and admire the beautiful dinner that you have just made for your friends and family. Or for yourself. I mean, I don't know you. Grab your favorite shallow bowl, a flip-flop, a cardboard box, a trash can lid. I mean, I don't care. This will taste great on anything. And serve that up with a nice generous scoop of those potatoes, onions, and peas, softened by the butter, absorbing that lemony, rich roasted flavor. Spoon over some of that sauce, spin that plate almost off the table, because that's just how we do here, and serve. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for following along and watching. And until the next time, cheers.